Hello, hello, second grade. Today, we will be illustrating the life cycle of a well-known amphibian, the frog. Here's what we're gonna do. First, you're gonna take your paper, you're gonna fold it in half, like a birthday card from your grandma. You know how cards are folded? That's how we're gonna fold. Once you folded your paper in half, you're going to open it up and then fold it in half the other direction. Well, goodness, what do I mean by that? I have a line going straight up and down, this wonderful crease. I'm going to try and make one that's going side to side or horizontally. I'm going to fold my paper in half the other way. Then I'm gonna open it back up. Alright, so right now, my page has been divided by the magic of folding into 4 equal sections, or equal-ish. We are illustrating the life cycle of a frog, so we gotta have a heading up here. Frog life cycle. Whenever I was a kid, I had trouble spelling the word cycle. I could remember how to spell it by thinking about it the way it would sound. Cycle helped me remember how to spell that word whenever I was a kid. It might help you too. I'm going to make it a little fancy, but you can do however you would like for your heading. Remember, our frog life cycle has 4 parts, so I'm going to have some numbers going on. I'll put a number 1 over here, a number 2 over here. Since it's a cycle, it's going to go in a circle. Even though we read left to right, this is a cycle, so it's going to go in a circle. So my number 3 is going to be right there. And my number 4 is going to be in this last one. Our froggy's life begins as an egg. So I'm going to write that over here. Egg is going to be my first stage. To draw a frog egg is pretty simple. We'll start with a small circle. I'll add another circle inside that's smaller. And then I'll color in that smaller circle. That will be like the yolk or nucleus of this cell or egg. The middle part where all the good genetic information, all the nutrients that this egg is going to need to metamorphose into the next step. Whenever frogs lay eggs, they usually will spawn. That means releasing lots of eggs all at once. So maybe we should have more than just one egg. I'm going to add me a couple of eggs in here. It's going to end up looking kind of like some really strange berries or something. Ooh, or a monster made entirely of googly eyes. Our second stage is tadpole. We're going to need a heading, T-A-D-P-O-L-E. Tadpole. To draw a tadpole, I want you to think about a capital O that fell over. Or I guess we could just say an oval on its side. Yep, that'll work. An oval on its side. Tadpoles have tails to help them swim. We're going to have to help this guy get a tail. I could either do straight lines like a V, or I could use a line that kind of curves a little bit. Either way, a single line isn't going to make a good tail. I'll need another one that runs right beside of it and ends at a point. Whenever your frog goes from egg to tadpole, meaning he's hatched out of his egg and now he's swimming around, he will have eyes. Little tadpole eyes. Tadpoles eat nutrients, so he will have a mouth. A cute little tadpole mouth. Tadpoles are completely aquatic. That means that they live in the water. Anything that lives only in the water has gills. Gills help animals breathe underwater. I gave him some gills. This is our tadpole. Our next stage is a tadpole with legs. So I'm going to write tadpole plus legs. It will begin, just like we started this guy, with a sideways oval. This time his tail is going to be shorter and smaller, because as a tadpole develops, their tail sort of absorbed back into their body. Our tadpole with legs is still going to have eyes. Once their legs start coming out to where they can get out of the water, they start to need to breathe air. Their gills go away and they start breathing through their nose and mouth. We're going to have to give this guy a nose. Boop, boop. There it is. It's very small. He will also need a mouth so that he can continue to eat nutrients and grow bigger. We're going to need to give this guy some legs too. If you think about the shape of a V on its side and very wide open, that's the kind of line we're going to use. Now, I could either leave this tadpole like this, or I can make him a little bit fancier. What do I mean by making him fancier? Well, I could fatten up his leg. I could give him toes if I wanted to. Oh, this back foot is going to need some toes too. Maybe I'll give him different kind of toes. Aha! You can choose the type of legs that you would like to give your tadpole. Tadpole with legs. Alright. Our last stage in our frog life cycle is going to be an adult frog. A-D-U-L-T. Adult. To draw our adult frog, we'll start, as silly as it sounds, with a hill. On top of our hill, I'm going to draw a circle on this side and a circle on this side. I'm going to draw a line that's curved, kind of like a C, around each of those circles. Let me show you what I mean. It's attached to his head now. I'm going to give this guy some front feet. I'm going to think about zigzags. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to use 3 zigzags. Here's 1, there's 2, there's 3. He'll need a foot on this side too. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Oh, he's got feet. I could give him little front legs by extending a line, boop, there, and boop, there. We're gonna have to give this guy a bottom so that his guts don't fall out. But that's okay. It'll just be a line that goes bloop, straight across. For his back legs, his nice big jumping legs, I want you to think like a roller coaster. You know how they go click, 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 click up the hill and then it goes down? That's what we're gonna do here. It'll go click, 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 click. Ah! And we'll have to do the same thing to the other side. Click, 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 click. Ah! Good jumping legs are going to need some good jumping feet. Let's add some toes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What else is our frog missing? Frogs breathe air. He's going to need a nose. And frogs definitely eat. I'll have to give him a great big mouth. And I can give him a little tongue. Or a big tongue. Or a wild crazy tongue. Maybe this is a lady frog. I can give her some eyelashes. Wonderful. We have our frog life cycle. The only thing this cycle is missing are just a couple of arrows to show that first you start off as an egg. After you're an egg, you become a tadpole. After you're a tadpole, you become a tadpole with legs. After you're a tadpole with legs, you become a frog. And adult frogs are the ones who lay the eggs. Hooray! We've created a scientific diagram of the frog life cycle. If you are in person, please make sure your name is on your paper before you turn it in. If you are online, please don't forget to submit an image or short video of your work into the related assignment in Schoology.